Hmm. Yeah. Nice. Okay, great. So, Ariel, write that they've got a negative frame there. Procrastinate less is the negative frame. Yeah, so rewrite that with only the positive frame. So get organized, not even get more organized, maybe just get organized to do the things I need to do. Yeah, and Tebony not being triggered when I see, yeah. Yeah, I hope so many of our women have moved through that. Ariel's moved through that one. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you on that one, but not
Yeah.
anymore. We're good.
Oh, that's good.
You get to a point where they can literally say anything, and you're just like, cool, cool
Yeah.
story, awesome, good on you, have fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's great. Honestly, you'll love it when you get there.
Yes, I can't wait.
Yay. Amazing. Kinder to yourself and him when he's around. Yeah, okay. Yeah, co-parenting's a challenge. Challenge.
Yeah.
So you've got module 2 now as well, 1 and 2?
Yeah, I've got 2 and I've just got 3 as well this week.
Oh, cool, nice.
Yeah.
Have you got through module 2? So do you know about the above below the line stuff?
Yeah.
Yep, so we can talk to you in that language now.
Yes.
Amazing. How was that for you?
It was good, like a little bit like I realized like I am doing most of the damage myself. Like it's just the way that I talk about things and how I put things. That's what I feel. Yeah.
It's a big awakening.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big awakening to see how we've been operating in the world, how others have been operating in the world. We can now see our part in the picture, but we can
Yes.
now change. You can now change your behavior.
Yeah.
You can now very quickly see when other people are going below the line, and now the choice is to just not engage with it anymore, which is what you saw
Yeah.
Ariel's reaction. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, cool story. I'm not engaging with that.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's big, not to be underestimated how powerful just applying that concept in your life. It's
Yeah.
big. Yeah. Beautiful. Do you want me to have a look at your goals? We go through them.
Well, I haven't really started on them. Like I've just like I don't know what's going on with me at the moment. It's like I'm freaking out like to like work on myself and what's going to come up and like
Mm,
because I've been so um used to just being a certain way and then
mm.
knowing that I'm going to be doing this work on myself is kind of like scaring me and
Yeah,
I'm like self-procrastinating and self-sabotaging and I just want to stop.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing
So
that.
it's like that fear is kind of holding me back. So I know I got to do the goals, but it's just like I can't do it.
Yeah, it happens to many of the women.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to share your side area for us?
Um, yeah, like I I think it's very overwhelming at the start,
Yeah.
definitely overwhelming. But then once you start to make progress, like I think the goals definitely help because you have little, like, I don't know, milestones along the way, and you just kind of tick them off bit by bit. And funnily enough, I don't know if you will have the same thing as me, but I had like I ticked one off, and then the other ones just kind of like were a cascade effect, like they just kind of fell into place.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think if you have very similar goals to what I had at the start, was like not being triggered by my ex and
Mm,
not being phased, and that was a big one for me. Like he would get in my head,
mm,
um,
Yeah.
but it's definitely doable. Trust me.
Yeah.
Like, if anyone
mm.
was skeptical at the start about not getting triggered by their ex, it was me.
Yeah.
Nice. Um, what happens is this fear that you're talking about and what freaking out that you're talking about is it's addressed in module 1 around the you deserve to heal. So there's two main beliefs that get in the way of our healing process. One is I don't deserve to heal, and the other one is who am I without my trauma. So that's all that's happening right now, is this crisis inside your brain going, shit, like, do I deserve this?
Yeah.
And who am I without it?
Yeah.
And so all we've got to do is get you past that, and then you'll be smooth sailing.
Yeah.
So all I ask is for you to just follow the process with us.
Yeah.
And we're here for you. We'll hold you through it.
Yeah.
We've got hundreds of case studies now to prove the framework.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
it's very, very normal what you're feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just keep showing up to the call.
Okay. Yes.
All right. That's it. If you can't do the modules, don't do them. If it's too hard that week, don't worry. Come on the call. We often go through the modules on the calls.
Yeah.
Live together. So
yeah.
So how about we just make some suggestions of what some of your goals are based on what we've seen with all the other women. So I'm just going to start a document, the Google Drive for you.
Yeah.
Put it into there. Goals.
Just while you do that, Magina, little anecdotal story for you, Tiffany. So my ex, we don't really communicate. We only communicate for email. He's in Australia. I'm in New Zealand. Daughter's here with me. Little background for you. So my ex, he emailed me because he's still got like a few things that's like sentimental value and something that's like a Barbie doll for Gracie, which she's 8 months old, but it's like one that you keep in the box. Anyway, so I was like, can you please send my stuff over? And then this was just today, and he emailed me saying, I didn't see any point in sending that stuff because I thought you were coming back, getting all triggered. And I was like, okay, cool. Well, if you can send that, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Trust me, you get there. You get there.
Yeah. I
So
can't
good.
wait for that.
Yeah, it's a great feeling, honestly. It's worth doing the painful work to get there.
Yeah.
And it's not all painful, I promise.
Yeah. Yeah. Because there's something like when he when he comes and stuff, when he comes over, picks the girls up and he doesn't show me any like interest or not like that, but he doesn't care. That triggers me in a way. I don't know why. It's just like that FOMO feeling, like, oh, you don't care about me anymore. You're just getting the girls. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need to know why as well. When we stay in the why, it keeps us trapped in it. So instead, you want to come back to the goals process of what do I want to have happen?
Okay.
Yeah, so you're feeling triggered, whatever emotions are there, that's the current state. That's where you are now. But you stay thinking about that, you're going to stay in that state. You're going to stay stuck in that state. So to move yourself along, you've got to use the goals process. It is a process for doing life.
Yeah.
So anytime you're in turmoil and you're stuck and you're not sure what's happening, ask yourself, what would I like to have happen? And you use the goals process to get yourself out of it.
Yeah.
Because right now what you shared is telling us where you're at, but it's not telling us where you want to be instead.
Yeah.
Yeah. So think about that scenario and what you're going through. What would you like to have happen instead? Instead of the way you're currently reacting, what would you want instead?
I would just like to be stronger when I see him and just nothing bothers me. Like, it's okay, you're picking up the girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. So that's what we use.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just going to share the screen. I've got the goals up here. I've created a copy for you and I'll share it with you.
Yeah.
When we're done. So we'll just review the process. So we want to write the goal and the affirming in the positive. So when Ariel wrote her goal before, she had written part positive, part negative. I told her to take the negative out of it. That keeps us stuck in the loop. So saying what you do want, not what you don't want.
Okay.
Be realistic, don't expect too much, but also it's okay to dream a little. So it's like that balancing act. Sometimes people write their goals and they're just tiny little things, and it's like, okay, we can dream bigger than that. And then others write these big, like unachievable, like the expectations are very high, and so we kind of just have to play that balancing act. But that's what I'm here to help you with anyway.
Yeah.
This is what's happening for you as well, probably, is don't worry if you don't know how you're going to get the goal. This is where you can get stuck, because you don't even want to write it down because you don't believe that you can get it. You don't know how you're going to get it. This is not a process of how, this is a process of what. It's like just writing your wish list, basically. Don't need to think about how you're going to get there. The how is us. The course will show you how. Just need to write what. That's all.
Okay.
And then the bonus is, if you want to add in manifesting, write it in the present tense as if it's already happened or happening. That's all.
Yeah.
So there's some questions here that are they're prompts to help you extrapolate the goal even further. The more specific we can get, as it says here, the more specific we can get, the more chance you have of achieving the goal easier. So that's what these questions are for, to help you get as specific as possible. The more specific you get, the easier it will be to achieve it. Okay. That's step 2. I'm going to take you through it now anyway. So there's one example here. Many women ask for this goal. I want to be at peace with the past. Yeah. So I'm showing you how the difference between the present tense and future tense. So most people will say, I will be at peace with the past, but we want to say, I am at peace with the past. Then asking yourself those prompts. So the prompts up here. How will I recognize when I'm at peace with the past? What needs to be there for me to know that I've achieved that? What might I be saying to myself or to others? What will others be saying to me? What actions and behaviors will I be doing? What thoughts will I have about myself? So you don't have to answer all of those. They're just prompts to get the ball rolling.
Yeah.
Sometimes I will ask just that one question, and the woman will give me all the answers I need.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll ask just that one question and I'll get all the answers. Sometimes I'll ask that question and they'll go, I don't know. So then I'll just move on to the next one. And then the next one, eventually one of these questions gets like a whole barrage of answers.
Yeah.
We'll do some of that live together today, so you get a feel for it.
Yeah.
So how will I recognize that I've achieved this goal? I will think about my past events and feel at ease, as if it was just another event in my life like any other. I'll hear myself saying, so this is the inner voice, is a really good one to write. Well, it's in the past now, I'm okay. And think about how your body's responding, relaxed and calm, even at the thought of past events. Now, you might not believe that that's possible, but it's okay. Just write it down. It is possible because we've done it for many women, but just write it down anyway.
Okay.
Then I gave a big list of things. If you still can't think of anything, you can literally just choose from this list. Yeah. So do you have some goals around trust, boundaries, relationships, triggers, emotional regulation, being at peace with the past, or forgiveness? Those are the main things that people come to us with over and over and over again. Same thing over and over.
Yeah. Probably boundaries, relationships.
Yeah. Great.
And triggers. Yeah.
Great. There you go. Boom. Look at you go. So you could literally just copy that and then change the words for you.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's work on one together, and then I'll let you do the rest in your own time.
Yeah. Okay.
Which one do you want us to look at? Boundaries, relationships, or triggers?
Probably boundaries with my family.
Great. So we're going to write it in here. So the goal is I have strong and clear boundaries with my family. Yeah. Who in your
Yes.
family? I want the names.
My mum and my dad.
Mum and dad. Great.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So now I just need to. There's some new questions about it, and I need to update it down here. Yeah. Cool. So now you answer these questions, whichever ones you can. I'll take you through it. So when you have strong, clear boundaries with your family, with mum and dad, actually, let's just say with mum and dad, make it very clear there.
Yeah.
How will you recognize when you've got those clear and strong boundaries? What might you be saying to them? What might you be saying to yourself? Like your inner voice, what would it be? What would you be saying to them? What are your actions and behaviors that you'll be doing that's different to now?
I can say no without feeling guilty.
Cool. So the without feeling guilty part is in the negative, so we don't write that. Yeah, so we say
I can say no and feel good about that.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Yep, and then the one I like to say is we say no with ease and grace.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Cool. How else will you
Not being able to go to like family events if I don't feel like going, like just protecting my energy. I don't know how to say that though.
Yeah, I like that. I protect my energy and I choose what family events to go to based on my own capacity and feelings. Like that?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Great. Now remember, right now you don't know how to do that yet, and that's okay. Yeah. You've got to trust the process, trust that we will show you how to get to that place.
Yeah.
With Ariel's goals, stuff she wrote down, she thought, like, first of all, they'd never happen and that they would take months. And how quickly did we get through them in way shorter time?
Yeah, it was like less than, I don't know, it was probably like 3 months.
Oh, that's so good. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really quick.
Yeah.
I don't even remember, Megiddo, when we started, but it's gone quick.
It was quick. It was way faster than, well, because you've got 6 months of sessions and we're nowhere near the end of that.
No, yeah, I think we're probably about 2 or 3 months, I reckon, to get through my goals. Yeah. Then we had to try and make new ones.
Wow.
Now it's about growth and evolution and all of that as well, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So what actions and what is there anything else? Like what other actions or behaviors will you be doing?
One of the actions are probably just saying it. I'm not too sure here. Yeah.
I think those two are a really good start.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just want to check if there's anything else. So you can keep asking yourself, like, what needs to be there for you to know that you've achieved that goal?
I think like having both of my mum and dad know, they just know automatically and they respect my decision. And they'll ask in a way where they'll know whatever I say, it's going to be okay anyway if I don't go.
How would that sound differently to how they're doing it now?
They'd probably be like, okay, I respect your decision. They wouldn't make a big deal about it.
Yeah, what are they saying right now?
They're saying like, you need to be around your family. We're always here for you. it's like they'd be really needy.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're trying the guilt trip on you.
Yeah, that's it. They throw that, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So I love this. This is really great. We cannot control how they respond and how they react.
Yeah.
You can only control how you respond and react. So I
Yeah.
can't guarantee to you that they are going to change their way and they're going to start to say, I respect your decision.
Yeah.
I'm not working with them. I can't change them. But
Yeah.
what I can do is I can help you have a different reaction when they say to you, or when they try to put the guilt trip on you next time. And when they try to say to you, oh, that's not fair. You really need to be with your family. We're always there for you. You should be there.
Yeah.
Right? What we want to do is have you react differently to that. So what do you want to say to that instead of how you're currently reacting? I want those words. When you come from an above the line place and you're not affected by other people's thoughts, behaviors, reactions, what do you want to say? Or what would Megita say? Or what would J-Lo say? I know, pick your favorite star, right? What would they
Yeah.
say?
I would say I'm not gonna make the event.
Mm.
Thank you for inviting me.
Mm.
And I hope you all have a great day. I don't know if that's like,
Yeah. Yeah. And what do you need to do to make sure that you're also not affected by their response? Because that's a beautiful thing to say. You might be texting it, you might be verbalizing it, but if you verbalize that, the way you verbalize that matters.
yeah.
So to be assertive and to hold your boundaries strong, it would look something like this. Thank you for the invite. I really appreciate it. I won't be attending this time. Hope you all have a great day.
Yeah.
Okay. And then mum might go, yeah, but la, 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 la. Right? I would go, thank you. I hear you. I understand. I have a different opinion. I won't be attending. Have a great time.
Yeah.
Do you see what I did there?
Yes.
I used also a visual anchor in my hand to assert myself.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
Yeah.
no, that's a no,
Yeah.
right? And then I stated my point again. I also kept very calm though through it all. I don't meet them in their excitement or their anger or their frustration. It's just like, thank you. I hear you. I know I also acknowledge them. I hear you. And I'm choosing not to come. Sometimes, like my mum's great at trying to put the guilt trip on me. Sometimes I say to her, Mum, do you realize you're making me feel guilty right now? Or you're trying to make me feel guilty. Oh, no, Magida, I'm not trying to do that. Well, think about the words that you just used. And can you see how that somebody can maybe take those in the wrong way? And do you want your daughter to feel guilty towards you right? Do you want your daughter to feel guilty right now? Oh,
Yeah.
no, but I love you and I want to see you. I get that, mum. And I need to look after myself. And I just can't make it this time. And I'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you want to respond like that, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Yes. Cool. So because they're especially the first few times you start to assert your boundaries, they're still going to try and put the guilt trip on you. They're still going to say all those things. The respect comes with practice and with time, the more and more you assert your boundaries.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I feel like my mum, my dad, and my sister, they, because I'm very soft spoken, I've always been just like the black sheep of the family, so they all gang up on me.
Mm.
And yeah, that's what I've had to deal with. So sometimes I don't like being around them three all at once. I'd like prefer having meetings like or catch ups when it's just one on one.
What you've just said there is a conscious conversation that would be a beautiful conversation to have with the family and be actually quite vulnerable. It's
Yeah.
in the later modules.
Yeah.
But once you get practiced in this way, I would actually be sharing that with the family. Guys, you know that I'm quite timid and shy compared to all of you others. You're all, you know, very out there and whatever. And I actually really feel quite whatever, ganged up on whatever when you're all together. And I just it doesn't feel good for me. Yeah, so I've just kind of quickly run the conscious conversations framework there as a role play, as an example to show you. I know you won't be able to walk into the room and do that tomorrow, but that's the place you want to get to, that we're going to help you get to. Where you're actually getting to the root cause, because at the moment you're avoiding the events because of the situation. But what's a better thing eventually is to have a conscious conversation with them and then be able to share, this is actually why I don't come. And so that you can find some resolution and some harmony so that you can go to those events. But when you go there in a way that your energy is protected and you're regulated and you're not feeling like the black sheep and none of that, so that you can go to the events. So yeah, there's a deeper thing underneath that. And this process uncovers that in the next module, in module 3, because the next part of this asks you, why haven't you achieved this goal already? And it uncovers what you've just shared with us anyway. Is the reason is because you feel like the black sheep, you don't feel comfortable in groups, So that's giving us root cause information. So now we heal those parts of you, and then suddenly you can have better relationships, you can show up to the events, all of that stuff. Yeah. Amazing. So I was just adding that you remain calm, regulated, and like this, you're speaking assertively yet still softly, or kind, yet kind. Yeah, great. There's your first goal. So then we add a couple of extra steps here, which is not in the modules. It's something I have to do live with you, which is why it's good to come and do some of the goals together on the calls. Is we look at the goal and we want to, this actually helps with procrastination and self-sabotage, this next part. So I'm going to ask you a series of questions and then I'll explain what the questions are about. So having strong and clear boundaries with mum and dad, why is that important to you? Why does that matter? Why is it important to have strong, clear boundaries with them?
Because for me, I want to just be my own person, and I don't want to always be controlled by my mum and dad. It's especially my mum, because I see it as a pattern, that it's a pattern from her mum and then coming down to me, and I want to break that cycle. I don't want to guilt my daughters, and I'm kind of seeing sometimes that I make them feel guilty if they want to go spend time with their dad.
Yes, you mentioned that before. See how it's all connected?
So it's like I don't want to do that because I know what it feels like, and I want to break that cycle.
Amazing. And when you have these strong and clear boundaries with mum and dad, what will that do for you? What will it give you?
It'll give me inner peace, knowing that I stood up for myself. And I will feel empowered.
Why is it important for you to stand up for yourself and to feel empowered?
Because I've never been respected ever. Because it's really hard. but that's like one of my goals, is just to be respected by my mum and dad, and that I'm my own individual. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but this is where you can shoot yourself in the foot, because we can't control them. They might never respect you your whole life, but the more you allow them to do that, the more you're giving your power away.
Yeah.
So what I want to help you with is to find a place where even if they disrespect you, you're okay.
Yeah.
That's the most powerful place to come from.
Yeah.
Like my father, you know, for most of his life would not admit or acknowledge what he had done to us.
Mm.
And for so many years, I was stuck in that cycle and giving him all my power and staying in my, you know, victim mentality, my victim behavior, all of that, because I was waiting for him to acknowledge what he'd done to us. It's the same thing. So when I finally let go of that I don't need that. So what I want, your mantra now for this week is, I don't need your respect.
Yeah. Okay.
That's powerful. I don't need your respect.
Yeah.
That is right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm okay no matter whether you respect me or not.
Yeah.
What the difference is that if you're disrespected, you will assert your boundaries.
Yeah.
Yeah, they might continue to try to disrespect you, but you just will not take it anymore.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean it's going to change their behavior. I want you to really understand that. They might not change their behavior, but only you can change, and your reaction can change, and the way you think can change.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same with Ariel. Her partner, her ex, has not changed his behavior, but she's not affected by it anymore.
Yeah.
I'm sure he still tries to disrespect her, but she's just like, whatever now. Doesn't give.
It's really funny. Sorry, Grace is losing it in the background, but it's really funny because the minute you stop reacting, they kind of stop doing it because they realize they don't get a reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's really pulled back and he started being nice to me now. I'm like, haha, nice try.
Yeah, because you've diffused the power now. They have no power over you anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. My whole life, my brother's disrespected me. He's never once said a good word to me. He resents me greatly because, according to him, he went through much more than me. He's 10 years older than me. He did go through much more than me, but that doesn't mean he has the right to disrespect me, but he does. He puts me down any opportunity he has. But you know what that shows? That just shows what he's going through. That's the mirror. If they're going to disrespect you, that's what's going on for them. They don't respect themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that now.
Yes, exactly. So now when people act like this, it's exactly the other good mantra is, I see you. Oh yeah, I see you now. Right? I see you.
Yeah.
That's it. Here's the mirror.
Yeah.
Take a look in the mirror. You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
So this second part I added in was asking, why is it important? Why does it matter? What will it give you when you achieve this goal? It just makes it so much richer. And now if you look at this goal, knowing that what's behind it is you're going to be your own person. You're not going to allow them to control you. You're breaking the cycle. Like, now how much more motivated are you to work towards it?
Oh, so much more.
Yes, exactly. So that second part is called linking the goal to your value. So what we've just shown, these words I've written there in the italic, that is showing you the value behind your goal.
Yeah.
The value is being your own person. Yeah, the value is breaking the pattern and the cycle, finding inner peace, being empowered, all of that. So the invitation after today's call is to write down somewhere, have it, like your mantra for the week is I don't need your respect, and see how that shifts things for you.
Okay, yes.
Then there's one other little piece of magic I can sprinkle in here. So just invite you to close down your eyes for a minute. And I'm just going to take you through this goal. So just imagine you already are this woman now who has strong and clear boundaries with mum and dad. You're saying no with ease and grace, protecting your energy, choosing what things you want to do. And even if they try to disrespect you, you're responding in that calm, regulated way. You're speaking assertively, yet still kind. When you are this woman, you're being your own person. You're breaking the cycle. You're feeling that inner peace and empowered. So feel all of that in your body. And then if you can describe to me, what does this feel like when you are being this woman, when you are this woman? If you were to use a metaphor to describe, what does that feel like for you?
Just empowered.
Yeah, so empowered, like, yeah.
The feeling is like, it's just a good feeling.
Yeah, so we don't want to use the feeling. We want to come up with a metaphor. So like empowered, like J-Lo on the stage, or like keep going to J-Lo. Don't know why, but do you like J-Lo?
Yeah.
Okay. So you want to add a metaphor to that. Yeah.
Yeah, I would just say that I feel unstoppable, and I feel like I can speak my truth.
Yes. Unstoppable, like what?
Unstoppable. I will just say unstoppable, like J-Lo.
Yeah, cool. Nice. Great. So now you can literally go search for a photo of J-Lo looking unstoppable.
Okay.
And now you know how people do vision boards and they get all these photos and whatever. This is like a vision board on steroids, because we've just linked it to your goal, to your values, and we've created a metaphor. The brain speaks in metaphors.
Okay.
So now all you need to do is so we do this with all 4 or 5, however many you have, and you're going to have a metaphor for each of them. And then all you do is have those photos up. Yeah. And it just immediately reminds you so quickly and easily what you're working towards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
So I just did, you guys all know I'm on this weight loss journey. So I just did this process. I wrote my goals. I'll just get them up here. They just sent me the document. Here it is. Oh, it's not in that one. Where is it? Yeah, here. Yeah. So I'm my 3 goals. I'm a leader, and it's important to walk the talk and be in alignment with my highest integrity. And the metaphor that when I went into my body and did the process was, it's as strong as the pillars of the Colosseum. Nothing can shake me.
Yeah.
And then I want to be a top level Latin dancer and win competitions, and it's like my childhood dream coming true.
Yeah.
So those are my metaphors.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah. So then you go through that process for the others.
Okay.
Yeah. Does that feel better and easier to do now?
Yeah. I can do that.
Yeah. You've got to come on the calls for me to check the goals. Module 1 is just like have a go, and then we refine them on the calls, because there's a lot to it. And then I add those other pieces because I don't know how to teach them in a video. I just do them live.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Feel better now?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I'm glad I jumped on today.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, it's important to get on. So I will share this document with you. I'll make it editable. This is your own version. Now let's just make sure you save this onto your Google Drive. I just shared it in the chat there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. So anything else you need there?
I think that's good. Yeah.
Yeah. Need some time to process now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll go back and look at Ariel's goals. So get organized, do the things you need to do, be more motivated to do them. So you don't need to say the second part about motivation. Just get organized to do the things you do is perfect as the goal. And then I do this really quickly with you because you know the process. So how will you?
No, it's all good. I am still here.
Yeah, it's okay. Breastfeeding.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good. How will you recognize when you're there? What needs to be there for you to know that you're there? Like, there's going to be a list of things that you want to get organized to do, right? Like, that's not hard to extrapolate that. But the now to get to the real root cause, like, what's stopping you from doing that right now?
Procrastination, really. Like when I have time, like if Gracie has a nap,
no, it's not procrastination. What's the emotional block or fear?
I don't know. I think like maybe it's just a bit of overwhelm because I know I should be doing like the list feels too long at this stage.
So because the list feels too long, then that means you don't do any of the things on the list?
Oh, I just did the least important stuff. So stuff that isn't necessarily as important as the others, if that makes sense. So like I prioritize them.
Okay, so then
according to the easier brain dead tasks rather than the stuff that actually requires brain power.
That's okay. I don't see any problem with that. So what's the issue here that you're not getting to the important tasks? Is that
so the important task at the moment is my supervisor from my thesis contacted me like a couple of weeks ago saying that they want to publish part of my thesis research, and so that is kind of the priority at the moment, is bringing that up to publication standard. But when I have time, like if Gracie has a nap, I like do the cooking, the cleaning, that kind of stuff instead, rather than sitting down at my laptop and just getting it done.
Okay. Yeah, that's better. I'm just saying do the thesis thing, whatever that was.
Yeah.
And that requires a lot of brain power, you're telling yourself.
Yeah, like it. Yeah, like I think it's just the not the dread, but just the I don't know how else to put it, apart from the procrastination of just not wanting to sit down and have to focus so hard on something when I feel like my day is so full on with Gracie at the moment.
Yeah. How long do you think you need to focus for to get it done?
To get it done, it's going to be like a couple of weeks worth of work, but in a session, like I guess the most I could really get done is half an hour or 45 minutes because Gracie doesn't nap very long.
So 30 minutes by 10? Like how many?
Yeah, roughly.
Couple of weeks. It's a big job then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. Okay. So what's happening in your brain is you're just seeing the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
going, okay, I'm gonna go here instead of there.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
exactly what's going on.
Yeah. So break it down into just those 30-minute ones and don't think about the whole thing.
Yeah, okay.
So just go 30 minutes today or 30 minutes tomorrow, or like what's realistic. Add a buffer, like, because yeah, if you're tired, if Gracie has a moment, whatever, like you might lose those 30 minutes as well. And then I don't want you to be hard on yourself if there's a day where you don't get the 30 minutes in.
Yeah, yeah.
So is 30 minutes a day realistic, or should it be every second day?
Probably every second day at the
Better.
moment.
There you go. Okay. So how does that feel now when you say let's do it as an agreement, right? I'm doing an agreement for yourself, committing to 30 minutes every second day for this thesis. Does that feel realistic, achievable?
Yeah.
How there's what's happened to the dread now?
It's a lot smaller. Like there's still like that whole, it's a lot of work that I need to do, but it's yeah, smaller. Like it's in
Yeah,
manageable
so what?
chunks.
What do you mean? So what if it's a lot of work? There's lots of things that are a lot of work. Raising a child is a lot of work.
Yeah, I know. You're
So,
telling me.
so yeah, just I'm trying to understand like yeah, do you not want to do the thesis? Like, is that what's underneath this, or like?
No, I do want to do it. I think it's just because it was like it's hard to get back into that frame, like mind frame of academic work when I finished it 2 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's just trying to get back into that, like flick the switch almost.
Oh, okay. So we just need to link you back to the value. What do you want to do the thesis for? What will it do for you? What will it give you? Why does it matter? Why is it important?
Yeah. Um, it's important because it's something that I set out to do and I finished it, but obviously getting published would be quite a cool achievement to have as well, like being in an academic journal.
Mm, yes. Okay. So the goal is I want to get my thesis published.
Yeah.
Then, oh, actually, my thesis is published. Is the in the format.
Yeah.
Here we go. Published journal. Yeah. Is that right? Is that how I write it? My thesis is in a published journal.
Yeah.
Cool. That's the goal. See
Yeah.
how we went from like not specific at all. Like I need to
Yeah.
get organized. I was like, get organized about what to like. This is the one that we need to to do. Okay,
Yeah.
so a thesis in published journal. Why is it important to you to be published?
I think it just brings that like extra sense of achievement for me.
Mm-hmm. Why does that matter?
Um, helps my confidence as well, like knowing I can walk the walk and talk the talk.
Mm. Mm. Confident, proud.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else will it do for you when you've published it?
Um, I think the biggest thing is going to be like the being proud of that achievement. I don't.
It
It
can be
might
like,
open more opportunities. I'm not too sure. It might open like the door to more opportunities potentially as well.
oh yeah, yep. Does it give you more credibility or something as well?
Yeah, like if I did decide to go down the academic researcher type route for work, then yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm not really convinced yet. Like, who really cares? Like, why does it really matter to get published? You haven't convinced me yet. I need more.
Um, I don't know.
It's like
I'm just trying to think.
not enough excitement here.
Mm,
Because you know we can make you feel proud and confident about anything, anytime.
yeah.
So what is it about this thesis in particular? What is it going to do for you?
Um, I guess boost my confidence, but in my like intelligence or my smartness. That's not
Yeah.
even a word, but
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, something about intellect, intelligence.
yeah.
Yeah. Tell me more about that.
Um, I don't know. I guess it's not like not a thing about proving anything to anyone, but I guess it's just one of those things where it's like another thing to add to the CV kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Still not very exciting. Another thing to add to the CV. Yeah, okay, great. Why does that matter? Why is it important to add that to the CV?
It just I guess looks good to future jobs and employers, and
Do you want a job in that industry?
well, I mean, it's still the industry, like apart from being a mum now, but if I did go back into that industry, that's probably the industry I will be in. Like it'll still be the fitness industry.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's because all this is so far down the track
Yeah,
that it's tiny little pin drop in your timeline
yeah,
that you don't, because it's not here. This is another really cool, interesting NLP thing about the way we work in terms of motivation and stuff. If something's really, really close, like a deadline, you're like, fuck, I'm motivated to do it, right? It's
yeah,
because you've got distance in your timeline and it's so far in the you're like, whatever, right?
yeah, yeah. And there's like, and the thing with this is there's no actual deadline. It's just kind of like handed into the publishers when
Yeah.
you can.
Yeah.
So it's like,
That's why we've got to
and
that's why we've got to create the visceral, like, why does it matter? Why is it important? Why do you care? Why are you even doing this? Like all of that, we've got to stack all of that. It's still not, you still haven't convinced me. Right
mm,
now I'm like, do it, don't do it, whatever, you know?
yeah,
Like, why do you really want to do it? Do you really want that? Because you can choose no.
yeah,
You can choose no, I'm going to do it in 3 years when she's grown up, or 4 years when she goes to school, I'm going to get it published. Like, does it have to be now?
not really. And like my supervisor did say that he would be like happy to do it if I don't want to do it. But I did say I want to do it. So I
uh,
like took it on.
now you're realizing, oh shit, I should have asked for help, maybe. So we come into how easy is it to ask for help and receive?
Mm,
Great, ask him to do it.
yeah,
Can you go back and do that then? Go like, oh, I've been thinking about it. I've got a child now, and I'm realizing I do not have time or capacity or brain right now.
yeah.
Hi,
I think
Gracie.
she's
Hello. There's my voice now. Hi, Baba. Yeah.
a bit cranky before, but I think we're okay now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that an option?
Yeah, yeah, like he won't mind at all. Like he was totally fine with it. He's like, if you don't want to be involved, then that's cool. Like,
Amazing. So this was actually, I love this. The unwinding of this was actually you wanted to ask for help and you couldn't in that moment.
yeah, yeah.
Why did you say no, I'll do it?
Um, I don't know. I feel like it shouldn't be like his responsibility to get it published. Like it's my work, so I should be the one doing it up to get published.
Okay, your mantra this week is it's okay to ask for help.
Okay.
It's okay to ask for help.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, because that's just a thought. Is it serving you? How true is it really? Like he
Yeah.
offered, he offered.
Yeah. 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 It's definitely like just at the moment, I'm just so far removed from that part of my life that like it just doesn't feel it's hard to get into that part of my life.
Yeah.
Mm.
I actually don't, my opinion after speaking through it all with you is that I don't think you really should be pushing yourself to do it right now.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think like your focus is raising this beautiful little bubba. It's a lot of work. You've got mama brain and all of that happening. And you just had a moment of weakness where you struggled to ask for help and, you know, wanted to take it on. And now you're realizing that, and you can go back and be like, hey, can you actually take it on?
Yeah. Yeah.
So now anything about that, does that feel better?
Yeah. Yeah. That's a little bit less daunting now.
Great. So now it's more around what needs to be there for you to be able to ask for help.
Like in this instance, it's fine. I can just email him back and be like,
good.
look,
Yeah, there's
I've
no
looked
like,
at it, it's too much. No,
Yeah.
he'll be fine. Like I'm not afraid to be like, hey, like I looked at the amount of work that it involves right now and I just don't have the time.
Great. Cool. You're good to go then.
Yeah.
So you're going to become published and you don't even have to put in the work to do it. Yay, even better. That's what we want.
Yeah, that's true.
What a great outcome.
Yeah, that's good.
This was beautiful example, especially for Tebony as well, for you to see how we just used the goals process. I just took her through module 1, module 2, module 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can use it in everything in day-to-day life. This is also really about you understanding the process rather than do I have to get the goals perfect. It's not about that.
Yeah.
Every week I'm drilling in the process so that it becomes a way of life now. Linda has been with me for over a year now. And you see her, she's just like bang, bang, bang. She knows how to say the goals and the positive and the affirmative, all of that. She knows before I ask her that I'm going to say what's stopping you. Like, you know, she's like, and Ariel's getting there now too because she's 3 months in. So once you're practiced in it, we can just move through it really, really quickly, as you can see. Like how long I think we were at that for maybe 10 minutes or so. But like the unraveling and the uncovering of what's really underneath is the most fascinating part of it.
Yes.
You know, coming in saying, oh, you know, just want to get organized, like, okay, there's more to this, right? And same with yours. Yours was beautiful. And I'm so honored because I get to see your vulnerability. Yeah, because what was underneath that for you was the whole thing about feeling like the black sheep and the way you're being treated by the family. Yeah. So it's beautiful I'm honored to be able to be the one to help guide and uncover those parts of us. That part of this is shadow work. So that was a little shadow that was there. The parts of us that are shamed, shunned, suppressed. It was and when we can bring them back into the light, oh, beautiful things happen.
Yes. I'm really grateful I'm here. So thank you. Yeah.
Darling, stay the course.
Yeah.
Just trust the process is all I can say. Yeah. Oh, beautiful call. Anything else? Do you need anything else? We good?
No.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we've got a session in soon this afternoon.
In 3 hours. Yeah.
Yeah. Have a think about what else you want to work on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll see you then. And I'll see you ladies next week.
Okay.
Sounds
See
good.
you then.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.